Hello everybody, this is a grumpy old guy gaming. So one of the things I'd been planning on doing with the channel here for a little more or less than a year now, and it's really one of the things I got passionate about in my heavy gaming days. If you're familiar with the channel, obviously, you could tell those days long gone and happily as casual as can be, because time and opportunity do not present themselves, and let's face it, the reflexes have slowed, the mind has slowed. Not nearly the gamer I used to be. But I do still have fun playing from time to time, and one of the things I really enjoyed playing were collectible card games, CCGs. Played a ton of Magic the Gathering from pretty much 1994 to 2019, a couple breaks here and there, but really solid play. I would say probably from 2007 to 2015 was my heaviest play time, but I was a pretty regular player from 94 till about 2019 when I just couldn't really keep up with it anymore, you know. So I gave up. Tried Arena, didn't. I may download Arena at some point and play again, but it really wasn't a big thing for me. Just sitting at the table and playing was probably the most fun I had. And when I get a webcam and some decent lighting, I plan on doing some in-person, cards stuff. Also played a bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! My buddy and I got into it 2002 when it was first coming out here in the States. I want to say 2002, 2001, 2002, something like that. He got me into it. He was really into the anime scene, and he saw the card game coming out, and we picked up the Yugi and Kaiba decks when that was basically the only thing around here to buy, and just played the coding off of those. We played a ridiculous amount and slowly grew the collection. I would say he got far more into it than me. I stayed kind of casual, and the decks I liked to play, I really liked to play. I've kept a few. I like to keep them up, and every now and then when we get together we'll play, and once in a blue moon I'll go ahead and build something new. Now I've been yapping for 3 minutes, I suppose I should get to the premise of this video. This is one of those decks, and getting ready for a potential duo stream with this guy here coming up here. His channel, Podman's Peculiar Plays, and I hopefully gonna get together this coming Sunday morning is the tentative plan. And play a little Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm using a program called Yu-Gi-Oh! The Dawn of a New Era. It's using the YGO Pro sort of engine thing, and I'm in the deck builder with my Noble Knights deck. Probably one of my favorite decks. Couple disclaimers before we get into the cards here. It's not top tier, it's never going to be top tier, and I choose to not make it top tier. I enjoy the decks for flavor as well as function. What I do play is functional, and it ties well enough into the flavor. I'm an Arthurian Legend geek. Noble Knights are based on Arthurian Legend. Like I said, it's not top tier. It's a for fun build, and these are my personal choices. Are there better cards? Probably. There are absolutely probably better cards. Not interested in that. This is what I play. 3. Every card that's going to be in this deck list, I own. I have it sleeved in a box. Which is in a box. Because that's how card games work. You box your deck and then you put it in a box to carry your deck boxes. But without any further ado, let's go ahead here at the top of the list, give you a quick rundown, and then we'll run a couple games here with it, just to warm myself back up get back into the swing of things and prepare for Sunday. So starting at the top, I've got spell cards. Starting with the Noble Arms of Destiny, these when equipped to a Noble Knight will prevent its destruction once. And if these are destroyed once per turn, they could be re-equipped to an active Noble Knight. You'll see most of these are variants on the Sword in the Stone and artwork, bringing us to our next one, Caliburn. That'll increase a knight's attack by 500 points. Also gives me the chance once per turn to gain some life. Yeah, I can gain 500 life points once per turn. And again, if it's destroyed, I can re-equip it to an active Noble Knight. Caliburn prevents an equipped knight from being targeted by an opponent's card effects. It can't re-equip if it goes to the graveyard, but it can be banished from the graveyard to allow me to upgrade, I believe, an Xyz, an XYZ summon. I'm going to call them XYZ because I'm far more comfortable with that terminology. I've got our Fugideer here. This one allows me to destroy opponent's creatures by subtracting 500 attack from an equipped Noble Knight. Then I've got one copy of Noble Arms Clarentyr. Can pay 500 life to give the monster the ability to attack directly, bypass opposing monsters, and hit the life points directly. Probably one of the fun little tech cards that I enjoyed putting in here was a one-off of Magnum Shield. Can only be put onto a warrior type monster, but allows it to combine its stat points. For instance, if it's in attack position, it'll gain attack equal to its original defense. So if a monster has 2,000 of each, it'll have an attack of 4,000. Vice versa, if it's in defense mode, it gets bonus defense equal to its original attack. Got a spell card here called Heritage of the Chalice, which just allows me to tutor for a Noble Knight monster or Noble Arms card. Last chapter of the Noble Knights. If my opponent controls a monster and I don't, I could target a Noble Arms equipped spell card and an appropriate Noble Knights monster in my graveyard and special summon them. Then I've got a quick play spell here called Glory of the Noble Knights that allows me to target a Noble Knights monster I control and equip it with an equipped spell from my deck. Moving into the knights themselves, I run a total of 2 of the level 5 knights. Run a one-off of Ignoble Knight of Black Lonzelin, and a one-off of Noble Knight Ector. Lonzelin can be special summoned by basically sacrificing a light normal monster I control to it. It can also tribute a Noble Knight to bring out a Noble Arms card. Ector can be special summoned from the graveyard, I believe. From hand or graveyard if I banish 2 Noble Knight monsters from the graveyard. Moving into the main body of the deck, I've got a 3-off of Noble Knight Brothers. Normal summoning them allows me to bring 2 more Noble Knights out. They're great facilitators. They also allow me to shuffle cards back from my graveyard into the deck and draw. Noble Knight Kustenin can be special summoned if I control a Noble Arms equipped spell. Also has an ability, if it's special summoned, to allow me to normal summon an extra Noble Knight monster. Noble Knight Madrou, if he's equipped, he becomes a level 5 dark monster and allows me an extra summon of a Noble Knight. Noble Knight Yvain, if he's equipped, makes a token Noble Knight level 4 with an attack and defense of 1,000. Noble Knight Dristan, If he's equipped with a Noble Arms equip card, he can destroy a face-up card on the field. Noble Knight Gawain can be special summoned if I've got a light normal monster on the field. Gwalkavad, if equipped, can sacrifice that equipment to grab a Noble Knight from the graveyard and put it into my hand. Bedweir, when it's summoned, can send an equip card from my deck to the graveyard and allows me to switch ownership of an equipment on my field already from one monster to another. Noble Knight Boars, when equipped, increases his value to level 5, turns dark, and allows me to reveal 3 Noble Arms cards. My opponent picks one to go into my hand, and the other 2 go to the graveyard. Parador, while equipped with a Noble Knight's equip spell, becomes a dark level 5 monster. If it's sent to the graveyard with a Noble Arms equip, I could target a Noble Arms card in my graveyard and add it to my hand. And last for the Noble Knights is Pelennor. Could target one Noble Arms equip spell equipped to this card and one face-up monster my opponent controls, destroy them both, and draw a card. That'll stop Pelennor from attacking that turn, but is a nice bonus. Now I do see one mistake I made entering this deck previously. I accidentally put in 3 copies of Morgan the Enchantress of Avalon. I don't run 3 copies of her, so I'll get rid of that. And I'll plug in the 2nd copy of Merlin. So Morgan, Enchantress of Avalon, allows me to negate an opponent's card or effect if I control a Noble Knight and Noble Arms equipment by sending this from the hand to the graveyard and destroying the Noble Arms. Merlin can be tributed to special summon a Noble Knight monster from my deck, and then can be banished from the graveyard to help with XYZ or Synchro summons. I run 2 of each of those. I run 1 copy of Gwenhwyfar, Queen of Noble Arms, who can be equipped to either a light or dark monster, giving them different effects. If equipped to a light monster, Gwenhwyfar will stop them from being destroyed, choosing instead to be destroyed instead of the monster. If equipped to a dark monster, Gwenhwyfar allows you to destroy the opponent's monster before doing battle damage. And last but not least, I've got Lady of the Lake, who is a level 1 tuner. Can only be used for the synchro summon of a warrior type monster. When the card is normal summoned, I could target a Noble Knight normal monster in my graveyard and special summon it. If it's in my graveyard, I could target a level 5 Noble Knight monster, reduce its level by 1, and special summon the Lady of the Lake. My extra deck, I carry 2 copies of Isolde, 2 Tales of the Noble Knights. Fantastic link monster that enables me to tutor for other Noble Knight monsters, both into my hand and in play. Ignoble Knight of High Lonzelin, my 1 synchro monster. When it's summoned, I could choose a Noble Arms spell from my deck and attach it to Lonzelin at the end of the battle phase. If Lonzelin destroyed a monster by battle and send it to the graveyard, I can add a Noble Knight or Noble Arms card from my deck to my hand. I run both copies of Artorigus. I run 3 copies of Artorigus, King of the Noble Knights, the 4-star XYZ. It's got 2000 attack and defense when it comes into play. When it's summoned, you can target up to 3 Noble Arms equip cards with different names in your graveyard and equip them to Artorigus. You can remove a material and destroy spell and trap cards on the field up to the number of noble arms equip spells you control. So if I've got my full field of 5 equip spells set, I could destroy the opponent's entire back row or have some fun and shenanigans with my own noble arms if I so choose. I also run the 5-star Sacred Noble Knight of King Artorigus, which has 2200 attack and defense, the exact same ability to equip noble arms from the graveyard when it's summoned. But this time I could detach a material from it to destroy an opponent's monster. Last thing in my extra deck, I run 2 copies of Sacred Noble Knight of King Custennin. It's made with 2 or more level 4 Noble Knight monsters. I could detach any number of materials from the card, then target that many cards my opponent controls and return them to hand. Also, if it's destroyed by battle or a card effect and sent to the graveyard, I could special summon a Noble Knight XYZ monster from my extra deck, except for this one, and then attach Custennin to that card as a material. That's a basic overview of the deck. I've got a couple different options in my side deck, but I almost never play them. Again, it's a pretty average. It works in my limited play group, sort of flavor first Noble Knights deck. Now going to head on and play a couple warm-up games. Okay, and back here I've got the dueling AI set up. I'm going to start off with a couple rounds against the Joey Wheeler deck. It's the easiest bot that the Dawn of a New Era has to play against. And this is more just for me to warm up than anything else. Let's go ahead, get ready, head in, rock, paper, scissors. Let's take the middle route. We'll go whenever the opponent decides for us to go. Looks like we're going first. Got Caliburn, Yvain, Gawain, Quenifar, and Midrao right out of the gate. That's actually pretty darn good. Question is, how do I want to go about this? I suppose the best way to start would be normal summon Midrao. Now, do I go straight for Gawain? Or do I try some shenanigans? I think I try some shenanigans first. Let's go ahead. Activate Midrao's ability. We'll special summon Bedwear. Destroying Caliburn. Let's go ahead and use Bedwear's ability. Drop Noble Arms of Destiny out. Now special summon Gawain in defense position. And now we're pretty well set up. Let's go ahead and special summon Isolde using Gawain and Bedwear. She's going to give us the ability to tutor. Let's go ahead and put Dristan into hand. That way we're covered for next turn. Let's activate again. We'll go for 4 Noble Arms. Well, 4 equip spells. And we'll ditch Caliburn, Feudadier, Clarent, and Destiny. Let's go ahead, special summon Kustenin. Which will allow us to grab our rank 4 Artorigus. We'll activate for the extra summon. And while we're here, grab Destiny, Caliburn, and Excaliburn. Boosting Artorigus's attack to 2500, allowing us to gain 500 life. Let's go ahead, normal summon Evane. And that is a cheeky little side play. Let's activate. We'll drop Midrow back into the graveyard. And we will blow up Caliburn, allowing it to come back, re-equip onto Evane, making the token copy, allowing us to gain 500 more life, going up to 9,000. I don't think we want a second Isolde this time out. And while Evane is equipped, we get a board boost of 500 experience, 500 attack each. Doesn't seem quite high enough for me, so let's go ahead, bring Gwynethar out, and let's protect Isolde a little more. Let's give Gwynethar to Isolde, so we've got a 2500, a 2400, a 2200, and a 1500 on the board to end our first turn. Okay, that move didn't really surprise me. Not much we could do there. First things first, let's go ahead and gain our life again. Let's activate Artorigus one more time. There. Yeah, nothing more we could really do from a tutor perspective. We will, however, go ahead and make a Noble Knight of King Kustenin. Gain 500 more life. Ditch Drist into the graveyard, return the opponent's monster to hand. And without any further ado, let's go ahead to battle. Not quite enough for the finish here. But they are down to 1100. And we still have a Noble Knight Drist and in hand for turn 3. They managed to get a little bit off of us and get rid of Isolde. Go ahead and normal summon there. Activate Kustenin. And bring back Gwynethar, this time equipped to Artorigus. Use the newly arrived Dristin for the finish. So that took me a few rounds. I think we could do a little better in second try. Maybe I'll be a little less choppy this time out. opening up, and that hand is all kinds of ugly for us. But we'll make it work as we typically do. Go ahead and normal summon Midrow, which will allow us to special summon Gawain. Bring out Isolde. This time we're going to grab Noble Knight Brothers, since we got nothing but knights out of the opener. And since we have nothing but knights out of the opener, we're going to go the full fiver here. Feudadier, Caliburn, Destiny, Caliburn, and Clarent. Let's grab Lancelin. It's really about the only thing we're going to do here is we're setting up for turn 2 and hoping that the Joey deck doesn't do things that the Joey deck isn't capable of. Big switch there, getting rid of Lancelin, but not really a big deal for us here. We're going to start off with the Noble Knight Brothers, which are going to allow us to bring out... let's go with Pelennor and Midrow. Acid Trap Hole, dang, that took care of 2. Banished him outright, too. Well, before we go any further, let's go ahead and shuffle some cards back in. Let's shuffle in Lancelin, Clarent, and Caliburn. And we draw Lancelin. Isn't that nice? We'll activate for 4 more this time. Throwing back Excaliburn, Clarent, Caliburn, and Destiny. Grab Kistenin. Special summon Artorigus, and just like that, we should be off to the races. Activate the equip ability. Equipping Destiny, Caliburn, and Excaliburn. Also going to go ahead and activate the ability for the extra normal summon. Tough to decide which one to do. I feel numbers-wise, Evane is the better call for this. But you get extra swipe points for Dresden here. Let's do the swipe points. We got our 500 from Caliburn. It just wants us to make another Isolde. Not really gonna... I mean, I could rank 5 Artorigus. That would have been a nice swipe point too. I forgot about that. Let's go ahead and drop Brothers into the graveyard. Destroying 1, 2, 3. Bringing Caliburn back. This time we equip to Dresden, who's going to allow us to destroy the opponent's face-up monster. And yeah, just because we can, let's go ahead and ditch Excaliburn, the copy that's been in our graveyard, to up-rank our rank 4 Artorigus into the rank 5. Keep him in the same spot, and allow him to grab Destiny, Excaliburn, and... oh, what the heck. Let's grab Clarent. Nah, we'll skip out on Destiny's re-equip ability there. Once again, nothing to do but make another Isolde, so we'll go into battle here. 2,300 from Dresden, 22 from Artorigus, and 16 from Isolde. Very survivable deck, really fun deck to play. Death Chain is an interesting choice for this particular situation. Go ahead, activate, Kustenin in the yard. Summon. Special summoning Kustenin, which allows us to bring Caliburn back. Gaining all kinds of life here. Better safe than sorry. Return their remaining back row card to hand, even though I don't think there was much damage to come of it. And let a newly emboldened Isolde swing in for the win. So that's twice. We did it both on our third turn, 5th overall, as we went first in both. I'm gonna pause here for a second and grab a slightly more challenging bot and see where we can go. Okay, we're back against the dueling robot one more time. This time we're up against the Lightsworn precon that's already loaded into the game, playing a best of 3 match, 8,000 life points at the start, and typical 5-card opening hand with 1 card drawn. Also went with a 3-minute turn limit, so we're not sitting here forever while I'm trying to figure out what to do. Once again, the opponent will choose my fate here and chooses for me to go first. Go ahead, drop down Brothers, giving us Yvain and Dristan. Equip Dristan, get the token. Sack the token. I'm sorry, equip Yvain for the token. Use the token and Dristan to go ahead and get Isolde out there. Use Isolde's ability to get us. Who do we want to grab here? Probably Gawain. And we want to keep Yvain out there. Simple choice here. Drop in Caliburn, Excaliburn, Refutadir, and Clarent. And we want Kustenin. Simply because whenever possible we want this to be Kustenin. Brothers and use Brothers and Kustenin to make Artorigus. Equipping Caliburn, Excaliburn, and Clarent. Also going to activate the extra summon, even though I don't think we'll be able to do it. We could normal summon Morgan, but that's not our plan for now. I think that's a good point to end on, actually. Got a 3,000 attack, really protected monster here. Could shut down Goblinburg right out of the gate. Now we're going to hold off on that. That will shut down. Shoot, we could have gained life and I forgot. Not smart of me. Go ahead, shut down that ability, re-equip Evane. Well, that didn't seem to work well. And we're starting from nowhere. Normal summon Gawain. And we'll end our turn there. Wow, first game is looking bad for me. Jarvis is kicking my tail. Yeah, I'm drawing blank here. Yeah, and the second Lightsworn Dragon will pretty much do me in. So I'm down one game here. No side decking, so let's go to the second game. I'll go second this time out. Well, that was pretty much a worst case scenario. Anything special this time out, but I do have the ability to make something pretty special here. So let's go ahead and normal summon Evane, equip Gwenifar, which will give me that token. Which will allow me to special summon Kustenin. Gives me all of the material I need for Isolde. Activate the search feature. Also activate the extra normal summon. Our search will be for Noble Knight Brothers. Our extra normal summon will be for Bedweir, which will allow us to no. Shoot. Not what I wanted. I accidentally did one too many things and I couldn't cancel out there, so I switched control of Gwenifar. Ditched Destiny. Let's go ahead and tutor Caliburn, Arfutidir, Caliburn, and Clarent. Already used Kustenin's effect. Let's go ahead and grab Boars. Special summon Arcturgus, Bedweir, and Boars. Using Arcturgus' effect to grab the big three of Destiny, Excaliburn, and Caliburn. This time we're going to remember to grab our life. Activate, ditching Bedweir. Go ahead and pop Destiny, which we're going to go ahead and throw on Evane, getting our board boost back. And just like that, we're ready for a little battle. Evane's got our smallest attack, so he's going to take out Trick Clown. Bringing Trick Clown back. Second smallest attack is Isolde, who's going to take out Trick Clown for good. And then we're going to drop 3,000 right on the head with Arcturgus. Lightsworn deck seems to have given up here, and we're more than happy with that. Not going to tempt fate further. Let's just gain our 500, go to battle, and finish for the win. So we're all tied at 1 apiece with the 3rd game to go. Let's go ahead, cancel, side deck complete, and let's hope to go second here. Nope, we're going first. What a shame. Not a great hand for it either. But we'll see what we could do. We do have Pelennor. I think that'll be our lead off. We do have a pair of Noble Arms. Destiny and Caliburn. So not a super huge combo hand. But we are going to gain 500 life and have a fairly difficult to kill 2400 attack monster off of the first turn. Whew, Harpy's Feather Duster. No, I think we'll let that through because it's not really going to do anything to us. Yeah, all of that, and it just put us right back where we were. Once again, activate. Normal summon Noble Knight Brothers off the top deck, which will allow us to summon Peridor. Grab Isolde. Tutor for our brothers for next turn. Let's go ahead, activate for 4. Caliburn, Caliburn, our Feudadier, and Clarent. We'll grab Gawain on this one on sheer attack power. We'll go ahead and swing for the fences here before doing any sort of fancy special summon. So right to battle. 24 from Pelennor, 16 from Isolde, and 19 from Gawain. So after our second turn, the opponent's going to be at 2100 life and we're at 9000. Just to make matters a little sweeter for us. Go ahead and use Pelennor and Gawain to get us into our Torgus. Activate. We know we've got a Destiny and Caliburn coming back. So let's grab Clarent, our Feudadier, and Excaliburn. And grab Caliburn. And Destiny. And put the whole shebang on our Torgus. Because sometimes it's good to be the king. In fact, just to get us over 10,000, because I like large numbers, we'll go ahead, ditch Pelennor. Oh, that was dumb of me. I wasted Caliburn. Wow, sloppy play by me. Oh, this time we're not letting Goblinberg go any further. Go ahead, discard Clarent, bring back Clarent. And now they're just stuck with Goblinberg. As well it should be. Activate. Normal summon brothers, add some insult to injury. We'll use Noble Knight Brothers effect to shuffle 3 cards from the yard into the deck. We'll choose Pelennor, one of the Caliburns, and Noble Knight Brothers, bringing us a hand trap. Awesome. Go ahead, tutor for 4. Use our 4 remaining choices, including my dear departed Magnum Shield for a Kustenin. And we'll turn that Kustenin into the big old fancy one. Use its ability to send Goblinberg back to hand, and wouldn't you know it, gonna go ahead and swing over with our Torgus. So we won the best of 3. Not exactly the most satisfying feeling after that first game, but we came back and we showed the deck's resiliency. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. I'm going to be doing various card game content, be it Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic, other games like Once Upon a Time. Dot Hack Enemy is another one I plan on doing. So just kind of stick around, and it'll be coming slowly but surely. It's going to have its own category, and much like the other category games I have, it'll be every once in a while. The way things are shaping up this year has been a bit busier than I planned on it being, but we're doing our best to keep up, and so far we've done a pretty good job of keeping up to schedule. Again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and let me know what you think of my Noble Knights deck. In the meantime, this has been a Grumpy Old Guy Gaming. Thank you for watching. Take care, and we'll see you around.